But now that we're back on Dragon Roost, there are a couple of things I want to do. The first thing, you don't really have to do, but I need one more Knight's Crest, so I'm going to do it anyway. That if we head back behind the island here, where we found the Wind Shrine, and learned the Wind's Requiem over there, there's a little hole down here that we can fall down. And you get nothing more than rupees from this, but I just need a couple of more Knight's Crests, so I'm going to go through here. And we'll see a couple more gauntlet things like this later on in the game. But for now, this is the first one, and it's relatively easy. So you find this one round room with 6 doors. 4 of them are across from each other, northeast, southeast, southwest, and southeast. And they just have a small number of easy enemies that you need to defeat. And each time you do defeat them, a torch will light up over the door that you defeated them in. So collect your spoils, and move on to the next door. That was the one we came in. The funny thing about this is that it's like you're going into the same room over and over again, but it always looks like a different room. Red shoes, no big deal. You, and you. I'm hoping some of these have magic in them, because I could really use magic. I forgot after the whole deal with the flight control platform, those 4 months ago, that I had absolutely no magic left. And I forgot to restock up on it, so I'm hoping some of these have... I think these guys can be one-shot with arrows. Did I get them both? That's the second time I got 2 enemies with 1 arrow. 2 moths with 1 arrow. There's one more torch we need to light in here somewhere. Where is it? It's up on that one. Yes, it's the northeast corner here. So let's go right through here. This may not have any dark nuts in it. These seem like pretty easy enemies that you only see very early on in the game. So there may not be any dark nuts in here, which would be very disappointing for me, because, as you guys know, I am looking for dark nuts right now. So, let's hope that it's in here, and it's not just rupees. Please. Dark nut. Damn it. Oh well. So it was completely meaningless, but hey, you guys have come to expect that from me, haven't you? Absolutely meaningless side trips that I said I would cut out, but I actually wound up not cutting out because I thought that I would find some dark nuts in here. Whatever. Whatever. Let's just make our way back out of here. Dejected. Upset. Rage! No, let's not rage. I'm in too good of a mood to actually be doing this again, to rage. So whatever, we have a couple of more rupees. I didn't keep track of how many more, but now I'm slightly better acquainted with the battling again. So that wasn't all for naught. Anyway, let's make our way back up Dragon Roost. There's something else. This guy is still looking for the way up, even though I brought out the block for him here. All these months have passed. Do I hear a harp? I think I hear a harp. Oh well. I mean, we are looking for someone with a harp. Maybe they are here. Maybe I wasn't babbling nonsense. But there is something in here that we wanted to take care of. Actually, 2 things. One thing I put off, the other we can actually do now. So the first thing is this dude over here, the guard. He's looking for golden feathers for his girlfriend. And we have more than enough to make him and her satisfied. So we'll give him 20 gold feathers, and straight off the bat he'll give us 100 rupees. Which is awesome. But we'll hear from him and his girlfriend later on. The second thing we want to do is something we could have done much earlier. This minigame. We can play part-time and sort letters before the time runs out. And this is a timing game that I'm hopefully going to get much better at than I am now because I forget where all of these things are, and this is coming back to me much faster than I... Yeah, give me 5 of those in a row? Really? Yeah, so, this is probably going to take a little more concentration than I'm giving it right now, because later on we're going to have to sort 25 of these bad boys twice, and I'm not keeping track of how many I have right now, but it may not be 25. Holy crap, I did get 25. This is really easy. I wasn't even trying on that one. So, come back, and yeah, I know what I'm doing. Now if we sort 20 or more, he'll give us a raise. And of course we sorted more than 20, so he'll give us a raise. And if we do this one more time, and we get 25 letters again, he'll give us an even better pay raise. 29, how's that? 29 letters! You have amazing coordination. Seriously, I'm stupefied and incredulous. We veterans do this all day long, and we haven't had... I've got to give you more money. Got to! 3 rupees per letter comes to 87 rupees. Yeah, 87 rupees. That's why I didn't do this earlier. So anyway, now that we've done that, somebody else is going to take that guy's place because he just feels incompetent after seeing us, and he wants to put somebody else behind the wheel that isn't as good at that as we are, so he feels better about himself. And hey, it's the part-timer that spent 4 months at the foot of Dragon Roost Island trying to figure out how to get way up here. And what do you know? He wants to see us do the 25-letter sort again. Oh my gosh, 28 letters! Yeah, I had to do that 4 times, and all that for a note to his mom. It's so sad you could almost cry. Another letter that somebody spent 4 months writing. But for some reason, he can't mail it out himself, so we need to get on to doing that. But I'll do that when we head back to the foot of Dragon Roost. Or the next time we stop by a post box. Actually, yeah, let's do that now. So let's head back to the front of Dragon Roost Island, make it over to the post box. Probably shouldn't have jumped down, probably should have walked around. I don't care. It's what I decided to do, and you're not going to do anything to stop me. You can complain about it, but just know that it was done in the past, and there's nothing you can do to change it. So, let's mail the letter. This shouldn't... Yeah, 5 rupees because we're sending it from Dragon Roost. So, that's done. Let's pass time, so whoever's getting the letter gets the letter. Among other things. And see what happens when we pass time. Hey, looks like we've got a letter. Good evening. We have 2 letters. Wow, we're a popular guy, aren't we? To my son's superior. Thank you very much for looking after my boy. This isn't much, but I hope you'll accept it all the same. I politely request your continued kindness towards my son. Kashiko, Baito's father. Mother. Who cares? We get a piece of heart from whoever it was. Even though I voiced for a mother this way I would for a father, it does not matter. Here's your second letter. Dear UniGiant, I recently received some golden feathers from my boyfriend who mentioned you. I know I'm something of a bird enthusiast, so I know how hard it must have been to get all of those feathers. I want you to be as happy as we are, UniGiant, so I'm sending you this heart as a token of our affection. Aww. And we get another piece of heart! That's like 5 pieces of heart in the last... Was it 5 pieces? I haven't been keeping track of how many heart pieces we've gotten. But regardless, we can now head up to... well, wherever we were heading before. Without hitting our heads. And it took me so much time to make it up here that it suddenly became daytime. So let's use the grappling hook to get all the way over here, because it sounds to me like this is where the noises from the harp are coming. I wonder who's playing that beautiful music. Who do we know that has a harp? Let's see. Oh my goodness, it's Medley! How long has it been since we've seen you? UniGiant, you're okay. You know Prince Kamali's been asking about all this adventures, UniGiant. I can rest easy now that I've seen you safe and sound with my own eyes. Prince Kamali's turned into a fine young adult, hasn't he? Recently, he's even begun doing things on his own without my guidance. Every conversation still ends up centered on you, though. Watching Prince Kamali grow up fills me with a pride, but it makes me a little sad as well. I wonder if this is how a mother feels. Oh, but just listen to me go on. How weird I must sound. Well, I'd better continue practicing so I can be useful around here, too. Performing music like this is an important duty of an attendant. Gee, I wonder why that is. But you look so beautiful playing that harp medley. Seriously, you really, really do. And doesn't it look like Ganon's face on the harp? Why is there a Ganon face on the harp? Oh well, I think we know what to do at this point, so no mysteries. Hey, is that the Wind Waker? Wow! UniGiant, will you conduct me? I wonder how I'll do. What a mysterious song. It sounds so familiar. It's almost as if something I've forgotten is trying to be remembered. Oh, I feel... Just now, a sage spoke to me. She spoke so gently. There's something that I must do. UniGiant, thanks to you, I've been awakened to the knowledge that I'm the sage of the Earth Temple. There's actually something that I can do to help this world. It's incredible. I bet my teacher knew all about this. UniGiant, please, you must take me to the Earth Temple. You must hurry and wake the power to repel evil that sleeps within the Master Sword. Let's go now, quickly and quietly. Oh, Kamali, I just want him to remember me as a simple attendant. Okay then. Looks like we've got Medley on our side now, and she's going to be the sage for the Earth Temple. Terrific! And we've got her riding around in our boat with us, but before we go there, I still have to find myself a Dark Nut so I can get another Knight's Crest. So let's go Dark Nut hunting! Dark Nut hunting, Hooray! Dark Knot hunting! Dark Knot hunting! Let's go, Dark Knot hunting!